into day 3. If you haven't seen this video before, and if you're into self-development and stuff like that, continue watching. If not, you can still watch. I still love you. Let's do some anchoring. If you don't know what I'm talking about or what I'm gonna do, you can check this link. Did I just rap? I think I just rapped. I don't need no money, as long as I can feel the beat. Today the tape is around this very long word, which is neuroassociative conditioning. Neuroassociation means basically just whatever it is that we associate in our nervous system that will determine our behavioral. To put it in more real terms, think if you wanted to open a business, you never done it, but you really want to. Probably what's stronger in your nervous system is the pain you relate to it. So you think, what if I fail? What if it's too much hassle? What if it takes all of my time? So to open and create a successful business, first of all, you gotta change what it means for you to open and create a successful business. But not just intellectually. That's very important. Every aspect of it. If you picture it, it gotta look great. If you talk about it to yourself even, it gotta feel great. And in your gut, every time you think about it, it has to feel right. And in other words, your whole nervous system has to link pleasure to it and pain to not starting it. And positive thinking, it's not enough, because the problem with positive thinking is that you actually got to think about it. And that's why Tony, and frankly I do now too, believe that conditioning your narrow associations to the environment and whenever you want it to is the best way to change your life permanently. What the tape 3 assignments are is just around more awareness. Don't underestimate awareness. It is something that it can break our unconscious conditioning to control us and be more in charge, basically. I have left a lot of spaces in this brain for a long time uncontrolled and not bring any awareness to them because it's hard, and I took so long to actually find the answers for this test, but it's so important. So yeah, let's go to it. In the first assignment, he wants you to write down 3 neural associations that you've done in the past and that have shaped your destiny positively. I'm only going to tell you a part of the task, otherwise this would be an hour-long video and we don't want that. But a positive neural association that has affected my life, I think, is the fact that I love to finish stuff, get that end result product of whatever it is that I set myself to. And I don't know where this started, but since when I was young, I love to see that end result. I love the feedback, I love the significance, I felt achieved, I felt independent, because that's a big part of my personality as well. And just the pleasure was so high that no matter how shitty or hard the process to getting there was, just the pain was non-existent. The pleasure always was higher, and this has brought me a lot of great achievements, I think, in my life. The second one he wants you to write you down is 3 narrow associations that have disempowered you up until now. Where do I start, Tony? The answer for that for me has to be perfectionism. When I was little, I had a lot of intention. I was a dancer and I was kind of what they looked up to in my mother's dance school. I was kind of famous through some competitions and TV shows in my town and in my country. And I was also around ballet dancers, which are kind of obsessed with perfectionism. So that concept was already a lot in my brain and I grew like that. But when it became a bad neural association was when I paused dancing as a teenager. I started growing more female, and which is technically a good thing, but in that case it wasn't. I also put on a few pounds, and I swear to you, for the next 2 years, every day, minimum one person would walk up to me and say, "Oh my God, you've grown so fat," and often with a smile on their face, which obviously pissed me off. And this still has grown. It's just because they had their image of me, the perfect image, in their mind that they couldn't let go. But after that moment, I associated perfectionism with so much pain, and I honestly have been noticing that I've struggled because of it in a lot of areas in my life, and I still do in a way or another. But the way I fight it, and I'm already so much over it in a lot of areas, but I'm trying to fight it in every aspect possible. And through YouTube, for example, is what I'm trying to do, just putting more raw material and more honest. This might be long, but it's just more honest. I still, of course, I've redone this and I've thought about this. You know, it's not just like magically okay or good or great, but this is the aim, and just being aware of this stuff is such a progress. I swear to you, once I started to be more aware about stuff, it just started to change my life. And through this program, I think it's already leveling me up, you know, in another plateau. So yeah, I'm happy. Like this tape, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.